There we go. I think
It's
we're
your
live.
turn.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello there, parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. Let's talk paranormal live. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
I'm your co-host, Marianne Darnley.
We are coming to you live from Chicago, and somebody forgot about the time change.
Yeah, I came back from my last session of my biology conference, and it was 4 o'clock here. And he says, "So are we gonna go live today?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're supposed to be live now." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "We're on K's time zone."
Oops. Oops.
So
So this looks a little bit, maybe
not
that napkin
sharp.
over there. Yeah, maybe try to clean right there. See
I'll
if it's a
try.
little
I'll try
dirty.
not to knock you guys
Yeah,
away.
don't knock them away.
Try.
That's a little better. Not really.
Not really.
I'll shut that light off over here, maybe. All right, we got three here. Go ahead and let us know who you are. And I'm going to work on sharing this out while we're trying to fix the light. There, that's a little better. Look a little blue, but that's okay.
Looks a little dark. There seems to be a stripe too. I don't know what that's.
TJ Smith, hello. Lori Bryant, hello, hello, hello. That's right, we are live coming to you from our hotel room here in Chicago. And Marianne forgot about the time change.
Liar.
Pull those drapes a little
I
bit more.
just got back here.
Hello, Rachel. How are you guys doing today? Trying to get things set up here so they look a little better. That's the one that you wanted. There we go.
Is that the one?
Yeah, that got rid of a little bit of glare. All right, if you guys would, please share this out. It was a quick pop on live. I'm going to share it out here too on Twitter.
Oh, how is everybody?
Here,
Rachel says she's
there.
good, wants to know how we are. That stripe is still there. Where is that stripe
That's all
coming from? I don't know where that's coming from. It's driving me nuts. I got a little stripe right across my head, right here. I see it.
There you do. Well, we'll just deal with it.
All right, so what's everybody doing today? I was actually at my biology conference all day again. So I was at the NABT 2019 Chicago, Illinois Biology Teacher Conference. So I've been in sessions all day learning all kinds of cool things. Happy Trail says, I got no notification. Thanks, Lori. Of course Lori knows when we're live. Lori's awesome. I got a notification, I think, that we were supposed to go live, but I don't know.
Yeah, but that's on your calendar, though.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
doesn't mean much
That
in
doesn't mean anything in
the
the
Twitter sphere.
YouTube world. Got it.
All right, so I just tweeted it out. I don't know. Yeah, this whole pre-scheduling thing on the phone, I figured it out, but
He doesn't do well at it.
yeah, I didn't do too well. Actually, I thought we had another 40 minutes to
I
go
know
live.
you did. And then I came
forgot
back
about
from
the
my
time
meeting
change.
and I said it was time to go. You're like, what? I have to do my hair.
All right, so we are in Chicago, Chi-Town. I tell you what, it is cold here. It's cold. We went out once.
On Thursday.
Yeah, we went out Thursday, and so the notifications on the phone aren't going out. Yeah,
That's
I got
right.
it.
The important people are here.
Yeah, you guys are here.
That's right.
Who else do we
I
need?
know. So Rachel
Party's
says
big
she's
enough.
playing Harry Potter Legos. Lego game.
Because I'm
That's pretty
5,
cool.
but it's great.
Well, I went and learned about all kinds of sciencey things.
That just looks horrible.
It does look really bad, but I did a little
Maybe it's that
elephant
light over
conservation session this afternoon, and
I don't know. You guys can deal with that, right? You guys, does it look all right? Elephants.
yes, elephants. They didn't have sea turtles.
Did you
They
win
had
anything?
elephants.
Did you win anything in the?
Not that I know of.
Not.
Nobody called me. I didn't stay for the closing. It was the closing of the thing where you can win things was 5:30 last night. I came back at 4:30, so
My hair is stunning. Thank you. Appreciate it. I took like a whole 2.5 minutes or seconds.
Mine is since this morning. Oh dear.
So we did get to go to the history museum
We did.
and got to see the
That's
bed.
pretty
I think I
awesome.
posted that picture out on Instagram or someplace. I posted it somewhere. We saw the bed that Abraham Lincoln passed away in, which was like pretty cool.
What are you
So like I
doing
said,
down
my
there?
legs are itching. Just leave me alone, woman.
Yeah, so we went
You're
to
taller
the
than me today. I'm in a
Yeah, I got a taller seat.
shorter chair.
So we went to the Chicago History Museum, which is where that is located. And should I tell them about the concierge?
Yeah, hold that a second, because
Okay.
Rachel says she's playing a game on Xbox, and Happy Trails Hiking says they saw a pelican today.
Ooh, a pelican.
All right, tell them about the concierge.
So the other night we got here and I went over to the concierge, and after we checked in, and I said, hey, what do you got within walking distance? You know, he's going to be here while I'm like in the sessions all day. And then we also wanted to go to the Chicago History Museum. He's like, the Natural History Museum? I'm like, no, the Chicago History Museum. He's like,
Oh, you don't want to go there.
you don't want to go there.
You don't want that place.
No, you want to go to one of these places. Oh, and by the way, here's the art museum, and here's the natural history museum, and here's the aquarium, and oh, by the way, the zoo is free. And I'm like, but I want to go to the Chicago History Museum. So yeah, that was crazy that he just kind of was trying to shy me away from that. Granted, the most exciting thing was the bed, like,
Yeah,
but that's the whole reason we wanted to go there in the first place. So
we saw the bed that Lincoln died in, and we saw the bell from the cow that supposedly started the Great Fire
here in Chicago.
There was a display for the World's Fair, but it wasn't very big.
No, I didn't have the things that they had, but they didn't have any of the things that I have, which is interesting.
Right.
But I did find one thing that was there that I did want to have, and it's one of the chairs that you could rent.
Yeah.
That would be really cool to have.
Hell's House Paranormal. Hello.
Hi.
Who's paying the car seat? I don't know.
Apparently not the Chicago History Museum.
No.
So, yeah.
So, tomorrow, you got stuff tomorrow?
No. Awkward Alien Kayla, I think, I can't read it, it's really tiny, is here and says hi, so hi to you as well. There are a couple of things tomorrow, but they are not for me. They're for like special groups within our group, and I don't fall into any of those categories, so I have the day off tomorrow.
Okay. Well, yeah, we got to figure out something, because we're going to get evicted out of the hotel room, and our flight's not till later, so
yeah,
we'll figure out something to do.
Yes.
Maybe we'll go to a movie.
Or maybe we could get some rides to go some of the other places.
Yeah, see, that's the only problem here where we're actually located. We seem to be like
in the middle of nowhere.
Well, in the middle of these big buildings, and like it takes an hour to get anywhere because of the traffic. It actually took longer to get here to the hotel than our flight from Ohio.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. So that's the only bad part, and it's like 18 degrees outside.
And it's like
so it's not worth walking anymore.
15 to 20 minute drive to any of the locations that we want to hit. So it becomes fairly pricey, and being that it is so cold outside, again, we say many times, we are fair weathered ghost hunters, and so to go visit the places that we really want to go to, we're either going to have to pay a fortune, or we're going to have to walk a long distance in the cold.
Well, thank you, Happy Trails Hiking, for hitting that thumbs up. Appreciate it.
I know, right? Rachel says the eBay Queen doesn't have something. Yeah, I don't have one of the original chairs. I never did buy one of the egg salt shakers.
I told you that, well,
they had one of those.
We're giving away like the video that we're going to do about it, but I told you to go ahead and take it, but you didn't.
I know.
They wouldn't have noticed.
I don't know. They might. Yeah, but they had the 1933 World's Fair there too.
Yeah, that
had
was.
some items. I've
They
never
were
really
bigger on
gotten
that.
into the 1933 one. I like the 1893 one so much better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Navy Pier is like right that way.
Hmm.
Probably about a 20-minute walk from here, I would assume, out in the cold, and then 20 minutes back. So we're not doing that. Marion looks like I want to walk the Navy Pier.
I walked.
Go right
I
ahead.
walked to Navy Pier last time I was here for my biology conference a number of years ago, about 20 years ago. I did walk.
Okay.
We are partial to the 1904 World's Fair. Of course you would be, St. Louis. And Lori Bryant says, what hotel are you at? We are at the Sheraton Grand.
Yeah, not the Hyatt.
Right. I stayed at the Hyatt last time I went to my biology conference here. But this time I stayed right in the hotel where we're having the conference. It's very odd though, like it doesn't actually look like it has an entrance at all.
I'll tell you right now, I don't like this hotel. I really don't. I don't care. Like, what are they?
Sheraton Grand is
What do
going
you
to
think
watch.
the concierge is watching?
You might.
I really don't like it. The food here is like horribly expensive. $6 for a bottle of water.
Actually, take that back now. It was $8 for a bottle of water, and not that we drank, but it was $6
for a
for
bottle
a beer.
of water, $6 for a beer.
And he found it so amusing that water was so much more expensive than beer.
And I drink a lot of water. I mean, I'll go through about 3 of these a day. That adds
more
up.
than that, yeah.
So we went to grab
Went
that
to-
thing over here.
We
went to Target.
which, by the way, smallest Target I've ever seen in my life. But we got some of these bottles and kind of been drinking, refilling our jars and cups.
So just during the day, I'll probably go about 3 of those, and probably 2 more at night. So drink a lot of water.
They're saying that they would drink the beer to stay hydrated then. But see, the thing is, we don't drink, so it really doesn't work for us.
Well, we found a Target. There was supposedly, the concierge says, there's a Walgreens. Well,
We never found the Walgreens, but we did find a Target.
It's kind of hard to walk around and find things when you're like in the middle of a bunch of tall buildings, skyscrapers. It's like you get to the end of the block and it's like, okay, do I turn around and go back? Where am I at now? And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what this building looks like from the outside. I have no clue.
Yeah, it's not a pretty building.
If you saw the pictures I posted, I think it was on Twitter or something, I said from Thursday, our view out the window. I mean, we are like in the middle of some tall skyscrapers. But yeah, I don't like this. I like the Congress better.
Yeah.
Where we're at, because we can actually see the
and we could
lake.
walk to a couple
Yeah,
more
we
things.
could walk to a couple places.
Yeah.
So.
Happy Trails is not a fan of Chicago. And somebody said those downtown Targets are so. Lori said those downtown Targets are so strange. Yeah, it was,
That was
so weird. It really was.
And they had a CVS in the Target. That's what made me think about it. She said, find a CVS. We did. So actually what we did so we went to the History Museum, and then we went to another spot. We went to the location of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. And we were going to go and have lunch, and the places were closed. And Uber dropped us off in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, oh great, what are we going to do? Thank you, Yelp. Brought up Yelp and found a little restaurant around the corner, and then
it turned out that it was a famous place.
Yeah, it was the first restaurant in Chicago to have a salad bar.
That's right.
Yeah, pretty cool. And we were talking
famous.
to them, told them like who we are, what we were doing, and everything, and they thought it was pretty cool. The waitress might become a parapet. She wrote down our haunted travels like
Her name
5
was Brittany.
times. Brittany.
Yes.
Yeah. R.J. Grunts. R.J. Grunts was the name of the place. And then had them drop us off at Target, and then we walked back and we got lost.
Yes, we ended up in like the receiving area for
a real scary place for vendors only.
downstairs somewhere, and we're like, going through, and it looks like, one of those movies you shouldn't be in. In one of
Yeah.
these like alley
Shouldn't
type
go
things.
down that alley.
Yeah, but we ended up having to just walk up 4 flights of stairs on the outside of this weird thing that was really our building, I guess.
Yeah. So we've been doing a lot of Uber Eats.
Yeah, and our lobby is on the 3rd level, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the food is. I don't remember the food being this expensive when I was in Chicago before. Even last year when we came out, was it last year?
It wasn't that bad at
It
the other
wasn't
hotel.
that bad at the Congress Plaza Hotel. But this is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like $40 and $60 a
The
plate
restaurant
at the restaurant downstairs.
Yeah.
$20 for breakfast.
Yeah, a piece.
Yes, a piece.
Yeah. So we didn't do that.
No. Happy Trail says, "Were you creeped out?" Well,
Went down the dark alley. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not creeped out as
not
far as
creeped
being
out,
scared.
yeah,
Just fear
just-
for our safety.
What are you doing now?
There's coin on the floor.
Coins.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it started when we landed with that guy that wanted to give us an Uber ride back to the thing. He's like, "Oh, come follow me over here." And we're walking and walking and walking. I'm like, "Yeah, I think we'll take a taxi."
Yeah, and he didn't pick up on my hint because I said, "Are you okay? Do you have to go to the bathroom?" And he's like, "Where are you taking us?" I didn't feel comfortable. Did you feel comfortable? Like, that's why I asked you if you had to go to the bathroom.
Well, let's go over here to this parking deck back where it's dark, and we'll help you put your. No. Sorry.
I don't think he was really an Uber driver.
I don't know. I don't know. It just felt odd.
Yeah.
But that really looks
Terrible. But
terrible.
that's, it's all right.
It is what it is.
They're okay. They're happy enough. They get to see us at all.
Yeah, so last weekend we were at the Hotel Conneaut. This weekend we're in Chicago. And if the weather
Holds out.
we're going to see what happens. Next weekend we're either going to be at home or Gettysburg.
Right.
Don't know yet, but the weather has not been, it's been questionable. And the drive to Gettysburg is not a straight shot. It's down a squirrely highway like this. Snake Road. So we'll see what happens. I need to get the internet situation at home fixed so we can start doing live streams from home because we got some time off here coming up.
Yeah. Happy Trail said that she would pick us up if we came to St. Louis. Funny enough, we had a biology conference in St. Louis 2 years ago.
Yeah, before we met.
Yeah. Too late.
Met you
Met
guys.
you a little too late.
Actually, we met not long after that. I
Mhm.
think.
Mhm. Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah, this year is Chicago, last year San Diego, the year before was in St. Louis.
So what do you guys got going on? Are you staying warm? What's the temperature like where you guys are at? This cold is not enjoying it. I'd like to go someplace warm.
That was last year.
Yeah.
The crime capital, nice vacation spot. Thanks, Inspire John.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've been just hanging out here in the hotel, going around to my different conference sessions, and Sean's been chilling here in the room.
I haven't been out of the room since
2 days. You haven't been out of the room since Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been peaceful. The bed's comfortable. That's a plus. The bed's comfortable. I've had a lot of relaxation and caught up on some blogs and organizing media and sitting here chilling out. And yeah,
Me, I want to be
quite
on the
enjoying
go.
myself.
I
Oh, you
wanna
get
be
to
on
go
the
down
go.
to your conference. Go ahead.
It's over now. It just finished at 4 o'clock. Well, 5 o'clock normal home time, but 4 o'clock this time, Yeah. Now I need something else to do.
I'll be here.
Which, by the way, I said, okay, well, let me see what I could find for us to do. And I'm like, oh, cool, they have Hamilton. And so I tried to get us seats to Hamilton, and the cheapest ticket is $189.74. And I'm like, no.
No, I can take that. Did we raid the minibar? No, we didn't. And actually, go grab the Pringles.
Oh, I was gonna bring the price sheet.
Here we go. We'll go over the minibar prices.
So here's the Pringles can that's in
Pringles.
the minibar area.
So how much do you think that this little can of Pringles is?
What's your choice? I should shake it up and just destroy them for them. Inspired John says $4.95.
No.
Higher or lower, Sean?
Higher.
Now you've touched the $20 Pringle can, says Lori Bryant.
It's got DNA on it.
How much is it?
$8.
$8.
$8 for that little thing.
Inspired John was pretty close. $9.95. Pretty close.
Get the M&Ms.
The M&Ms.
All right. So here's a box. We're not opening that box, but I'm sure inside of it is a little bag of M&Ms. How much do you think the little bag of M&Ms are? This is what you do when you don't have a topic on your life. How much are the items?
All right, Happy Trail says $4.50. Lori Bryan says $12. Inspired John $7.95. Rachel says, geez, try London. Those are silly prices. What do you got?
$9.
$9.
$9. So like we said, a bottle of water was $8. But over at Target, it was
$1.29 or
$1.80.
something.
No, I think it was like $1.87, something like that. That was like $3 or something like that.
Yeah.
This thing. So we got that. Was filling up the little bottles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what are some of the other things they have? Let's see. They have.
Seth Coddington. Hello.
It says there's chips somewhere. I didn't see any chips. It says $8.
Chips was the Pringles.
Oh, right. I forgot. Pringles are chips. Oops.
I said I should have got a case of water and just sat down in the lobby. I'd probably maybe make a mint.
Somewhere in here there's wine for $26. It's probably in that refrigerator. Totally stocked.
Well, it's a mini bar.
It's crazy.
That's why he said that we raid the mini bar.
I just want a regular refrigerator because we got food. I paid like almost $50 for a pizza the other day, and we didn't eat all of it. It would have been nice to be able to stick it in the refrigerator. But no, we got a refrigerator that's full of mini bar stuff.
So why don't you tell them how you really feel?
That's how I really feel. Inspired John, thank you very much for that. He says we'll need every cent of that.
Here, I got another quarter. I could go get another bottle of water. Thank you, John.
Oh, let's see here.
Daylight robbery. That's exactly what it is.
Hey, there's chocolate covered nuts somewhere. They're $10.
Oh, don't just leave them alone. $10.
Oh, anyways.
Crazy prices.
Yeah, absolutely revolting prices. How much for the room? $239 a night. Actually, I got the conference special rate for $189 a night. That was a conference rate.
I do like coming to Chicago, because it's only like a 56-minute flight. Here, it's actually shorter going back.
Yeah. Yeah, but it takes forever to get from airports to hotels in downtown.
Yeah.
That's a minus.
Yeah, but it was longer to get from the airport to here than it was the flight itself. And then going through O'Hare. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they say Midway is closer, but I didn't see any like exits for Midway to here. So it might be on the other side and then it's closer. I don't know. I've never flown into Midway. I've always done O'Hare. Let's see here. Beth Coddington, hello. Lived in Madison for 20 years.
We'll see you later.
And Happy Trails is headed out.
See you later. Happy Trails.
Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. right. So
I love guys call Target Target, or however you spell it. We have a cheap clothes place called Primark. Primari? What is
Primarni.
it? Primarni?
Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting how like different people will pronounce things, and yeah. See, from here, when we're not rich, we call it Target. When we're rich, we call it Target.
So Inspire Sean says, Sean, hit up Al Capone stuff. Well, we did. We actually went to the location of the uh, St. Valentine's Day massacre.
Which he supposedly
He was
orchestrated.
behind that.
Yes.
We'll put that video out for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, one of the bars, I guess it is, that's around here. He actually owned, and I had it on the list to visit, but we didn't quite get there. But he did own a bar that's still in existence today, actually. My nephew just came in for supper. Thanks, Beth, for stopping in.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Let me
Appreciate
get
it.
that name of that. Had my visit list.
Your list of places we did.
The Green Mill Cocktail Lounge on North Broadway. It was owned by Al Capone and Jack Machine Gun McGurn. Yeah. And it is still in operation today. I also really, really, really wanted to get to Graceland Cemetery, but we didn't have a vehicle that would really take us around in there. It's a pretty large cemetery, and it has really cool individuals buried in there, and some hauntings, and we just didn't quite get there.
Diana Flynn says, I found your channel going on a ghost tour tonight, which meets at the Congress Hotel.
Really?
Awesome.
That's awesome.
You should have a great time.
You know who? It's probably
Is it the Gangsters and Ghosts tour?
Or is it the
that starts
one?
at the Congress, I think.
Yeah, there's one. I forget her name. Ursula Bielski. Is it from her company? I'm interested in seeing. But the Congress Plaza Hotel is awesome, and it is a haunted hotel. So I don't know.
It's not the gangster one. Yes, Ursula Company. Yeah.
Yeah, her husband actually is the one who took me on that tour last time I was here in Chicago. He took me on it, and it was interesting that they're divorced and they still run the company together, and everything is pretty awesome. They get along really well now that they're divorced. John, you sat giggling yourself, aren't you? I'm not sure. I
don't know.
something.
John's saying something like he needs a picture of me in a tux with a Chicago typewriter, and I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. So what else, dear? What did you want to get to that we didn't get to on this trip? Because
I wanted to. We only got to 2 places.
I know.
On this trip, which is very rare for us. Sometimes we go on a trip and we go to 22 places.
Right.
But I got to thinking about it last night. Actually, while you were thinking, we need to slow down a little bit. Anyways, we have so much stuff that we haven't done videos about. We got to get caught up.
There's plenty of time to do that when we're old and can't walk.
Well, when I get old and can't do it, I'm not going to be able to make videos. Are you going to do it?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, the list. Oh man, you had a huge list.
I did have I mean, it wasn't huge, but it was more than 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still say that they need to get you into some gangster garb. I guess they think you're gangster-like.
Okay.
I wanted to hit that too.
Well, you know what that means? We're just going to have to come back to Chicago. I think we need to come back when it's warmer and you don't have a conference. We got to figure out the transportation part. That's the part that we got to figure out. So it's kind of like the LA trip that we had. We're gonna have to come back and get a private town car or something, have them drive us around, like I did in LA, because it just takes forever to get anywhere.
It does.
It would be expensive to Uber all of that.
Yes, it was. We spent a bunch on Uber getting to the couple places we did go.
Yeah.
So.
Because I'm not driving it. That's not happening.
What? They want.
Am I speaking Dutch tonight? What's she saying? Gangster, cool.
I don't know. Rachel wants Yorkshire translate for me.
Typewriter, Tommy gun. Okay, gangster, cool. That's what Photoshop is. Must be dressed up like Al Capone with the Tommy gun.
I see. Somehow I feel that you with a Tommy gun just wouldn't look so good at the school stuff, though.
No. So we hurried up and tried to go live here because I forgot about the time change. And Marianne's like, well, you're already 8 minutes late. And it came up on the phone saying, your channel is not, what did it say?
Is not eligible.
Your channel is not eligible to go live at this time. And I'm like, oh, now what?
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that my phone was on our vlogging channel and not the Panic D channel.
That would do it, yeah.
Yeah, it was on the vlogging channel.
Gotcha.
So
that makes more sense then.
yeah, that delayed us another
3 or 4 minutes.
So I got that switched over.
Till you did your hair and got your hair.
Yeah.
Or did your hair and got the right channel. Gotcha. So what are we going to do tomorrow, dear?
I don't know.
Tomorrow, officially, my conference is over really now at 4 o'clock today.
The only thing I do know about tomorrow is that we're flying home at some point.
We're flying home tomorrow at like 7:30
evicted
tomorrow
out
night.
of here at 1.
Yeah.
So from 1 to probably 4, we got to figure out something to do. Head to the airport at 4.
Yeah, which it'd be nice if we stopped by something else on the list.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see here. What's it say? Have the hotel store your bags and find a tour of some sort, says Lori. Yeah, that's we're planning on actually having the hotel store. They have a nice luggage service downstairs, so. Okay. Inspired John said, didn't know we were out here. Why would you have come to join us?
We tried to get a hold of Frank, but he had to work.
Yeah.
So that fell through too. We were going to try to hook up and surprise you guys with Art Morbid, and he got called over or had to stay over at work. So this whole trip's kind of like,
yeah,
it's nice to get away from work. I feel better. I mean, I've been stressed, so that kind of stresses me.
Yeah, I wasn't extremely pleased with my conference this year either, all in the whole either. So I'm kind of depressed on this trip, and normally I'm like wild and happy on a trip, and I'm just kind of like blah. So
Well, if it was warmer out, we could go out and walk. That's normally what we do, is we go for a walk. Like, we even got to do that when we were in Denver. We got to go out and just walk down the street and go to different places and go out to eat and do things. But here, it's like, geez, go around the corner and it's like, holy cow, just standing out to get the Uber Eats food. It's crazy in the traffic. Wow. Wow. It's like LA traffic. Anyways, we were on live stream, so cheer
We
up.
should be not so depressed.
Yeah, cheer up.
Sorry, everyone. Inspire Sean says it's cold and can't go anywhere either. Lori says Sean goes to the big city. Yeah. He did a nice time lapse last night.
Yeah, I got a cool time lapse
Out
out
the
the
window.
out the window. I don't know what I'm going to use it in, but yeah, that was pretty cool. So we're right on one of the rivers, I guess. The hotel's on the river. Right down is one of the Trump buildings,
Mm-hmm.
and then just tall buildings across the street. And then that way is Navy Pier, and the lake is not that far. We can actually see it out the window. I don't think you can see it now, but
Rachel doesn't think she's gonna get real cold. She says she thinks they're gonna, but she'll believe it when she sees it.
when was that all the flights going into Chicago? You know, Chicago was canceled the day before our flight.
2 days.
2 days
I
before
think
our
it
flight.
was.
Yeah, there was a plane that actually skid off the runway here in Chicago, and they canceled all the flights like 2 days before our flight, and they actually changed the time of our flight.
Right. Yeah, they changed it
Yeah.
by a half an hour.
So at least we got to miss that.
Yeah.
That would have been not fun.
So when I came here for my biology conference 20 years ago,
It wasn't 20 years ago.
yeah, it was my first time coming was my Chicago one. And so that was 20 years ago. And I just remember we could not have had our thing here in this hotel. I remember I didn't stay in the hotel where the conference was. I stayed at the Hyatt. But I also remember being able to walk to a lot more places. And
Well, was it warmer out?
no, it was really cold. I remember it
okay.
being really windy and everything. And
Diana Flynn wants to know where we are from. We are from Youngstown, Ohio. So when we fly back, we'll fly into Cleveland, and we're about an hour drive from there.
but I remember I went all over the place, but I bought a whole lot of things as well and had to ship a bunch of stuff home. But I went to Navy Pier, and I went to the tall tower, the Hancock building. I went to the Natural History Museum. We went out somewhere to something. I think it might have been the Blue Man Group or something. I don't know.
Was Paul with you?
Paul came that year, but he stayed at the hotel that the conference was in. I did not.
Oh.
So we got together, but we weren't in the same hotel or anything. But I went to the Hancock building and to the museum and everything by myself. I kind of just went. We went to Navy Pier together the one night, and we went to some show. I want to say it was probably Blue Man Group, because they're still here, by the way. They have another show tonight too. But I just remember being able to go and do all of those things. I remember walking to most of those places.
That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You're 20 years younger too.
I just feel so like bound to the hotel here. Like I feel like there's no way for me to get to anywhere unless we take a taxi or an Uber.
Yeah. Well,
And I don't like that. I like when the hotel is somewhere near something to do.
well, it normally is. In most cases, it is. You know, we're able to walk somewhere, do something. But
Last year and
oh
this
well.
year,
It is what
wasn't.
it is.
The Field Museum, yes, that's the Field Museum's the Natural History Museum. John wanted to know, and yes, that's the one. It's the one that has Sue, the T-Rex. When I I remember I purchased CT scans of Sue. The
that the
Field
building from
Museum from
That's
the
on here.
1893 World's Fair. It's not the building that it was in right after that. It's a newer building.
This was the
The
one from
Museum
the
of Science and Industry is the one that was for the it was around in the 1893 World's Fair, and it's been a couple of different things throughout history. But right now it's the Museum of Science and Industry.
Which we could see that when we stayed at the
Congress
yeah.
Plaza Hotel.
Diana, if you're still here, we were here
About a year and a
April.
half ago.
Yeah, April, not this past April, April before last, and we stayed at the Congress. We were able to see that museum from there. Didn't go down there, but
Yeah. Well, you were sick on that trip, actually.
I'm actually feeling better this trip.
You are. This is the best trip you've had in a long time.
Yes, it is.
And we're stuck in the hotel because there's nothing we
That's
can
okay.
get to.
That's okay.
I feel like we really could get to it if we got it. If we
spent a lot of money.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
the
we
thing.
don't want to go broke just to go see a couple of things, which is sad because I'd love to go see them.
Well, we'll see if we can do something tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Because it was what, $60 to get here from the airport.
70, yeah.
70.
Mm-hmm.
That adds up after a while.
Yeah.
Add up all your meals and all your transportation and
Yeah. Spend the time, not the money. Yeah. It says it does add up. So yeah, we're adding up on our food bills, pretty much. Yeah. Leave it open, it would help. Thanks. Well, I need to take the lid off on my side too.
So this past week we started the series of the tour at the prison.
Right.
In West Virginia, Moundsville Prison. 1 through 3 is out there on the channel. So Tuesday we'll probably do another premiere. We'll be home. Episode 4. So we got 4, 5, and 6 next week.
Yeah. So Lori says take the cap off to pour. Yes, and it does work better that way. And Inspired John says it certainly isn't Youngstown or Allentown, and that is absolutely true. Yeah. But hey, they do have Hostess donuts that you can get at their local Target.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by Hostess in any way.
But they had Hostess, which is, we had Hostess pretty much back home. Things he was familiar with.
And a Snickers bar.
I didn't have a Snickers bar.
Yeah,
and Lori says we're not, or Inspired John says, or Target. Yeah, we're not sponsored by Target either. It's just, it's such a weird little building. It's just so creepy. I've never been in one like that.
I wanted a Snickers bar.
I remember last, you know what?
No.
Go ahead.
Let me finish my thought.
Okay.
The night that we came,
Yeah.
I wanted a Snickers bar or something. I just wanted some kind of shirt. Which, by the way, I'm cutting down on coffee too, because that's been irritating my stomach. Anyways, I wanted a Snickers bar. Couldn't find a Snickers bar anywhere. And then when we went to Target, remember I went to grab for that Snickers bar. It was like $11. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But it was a big Snickers bar.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those Christmas Snickers bars. So, yeah. But I was just remembering when I was here 20 years ago for the conference, we went to Marshall Fields also, as that's, Marshall Field from here. But anyway, I went there to see their Christmas tree because they had the Christmas tree lighting happening in the store. And the very next day from when we were leaving, Carolyn Kennedy was coming to do the tree lighting. I remember that, and I was like, really? I'm a day early. It was kind of sad. So I remembered that from then. Like a couple times I've thought about that while we've been here, wondering like who's doing the tree lighting this year.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
The Weird Desk US says hello.
Hello there. How long are we in? 42 minutes?
Yes, sir. 45 minutes, actually. 45 minutes.
So I don't know if you guys caught the last episode, would have been episode 3. The old guy walking around there that kind of looks like me had this color shirt on. In that
I'm assuming
video.
it was you.
No, it was my dad.
Oh. Okay.
I was in the beginning of that video, but I wasn't in too many of these videos because I was recording them.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I thought it was you were gonna say it was you.
So the one guy in the video,
Looked kind of
the
like
guy
you.
when I
And it
go
was
up
you.
to, I go, "Did you see the shadow man?" And he goes, "Oh, I didn't see." So that's actually my dad. We actually, and this is a true story. That day we went to the thing, we actually kidnapped him. He
That's
didn't
true.
know that he was going on that trip with us.
His wife knew. His wife packed his bag and stuck it in the car. And we went out to breakfast,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Well, I can't go. I don't even have anything." And we're like, "Yeah, you do. It's actually in the car. So come
Yeah,
on, let's
if
go."
he would have been asked ahead of time, he would
would've-
have. No,
he would've
I'm
said
not
no.
going. I gotta run my shop.
Yeah.
I can't get away.
Oh,
My dad doesn't like to travel
and here's
anywhere.
the thing: his wife was gonna work in his place at his shop.
Mhm.
She did the first day. The second day she didn't. He called home and he's like, "She didn't go to the shop. Can you believe I can't believe she didn't go to the shop today." And I'm like, "Oh, she was supposed to do that. That was how we got him to agree. Was like that she was gonna take care."
So it was my sister, my niece, my dad, and us, and we went down. That's the trip we went looking for Sylvester,
His great grandfather.
and we went to the prison.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wasn't going to go. I talked him into it. I think he had a good time. I don't know. I don't think we've been on a trip with him.
That was the only trip.
Is that
I've
the first
ever
one you
been
ever
on
been?
with him.
So it was before we got married. We actually went on a trip. And I think it was up to Sandusky for something. Oh, we went to Put in Bay. That's what it was. All right, so got about 10 more minutes ish, right?
Right. Yeah, Inspired John says
Yeah.
it's hard to tell with dads.
Yeah, my dad doesn't like to
My
travel.
my dad loves to travel, and you can tell he's always.
Oh,
happy
he'll go
when
anywhere.
He's always
Your
happy.
dad's like a dog.
Yeah.
You just open the door and he's in it.
Yeah, but you can always tell when he's happy about being on a trip somewhere. Like he wants to get his picture taken and
Yeah.
have those memories.
My dad, it's like, my dad has
Your dad was really flat.
he has a booth, but my dad is retired, but he's deals in, oh, if I get it wrong and he sees this, he's gonna eat my face off. Is it Hot Wheels or Matchbox? Hot
I
Wheels.
think it's Hot Wheels.
He's like a Hot Wheel dealer, so to speak. So he has a booth that sells Hot Wheels, and what he does is he has contacts of people all around the different Walmarts and things like that that get the different cars, and then he sells them as sets, and he has people that come in and buy like the whole sets. It's a thing. Okay? People collect those, and he's out there on the weekends at his shop. So don't bother him on the weekends. He's running the shop.
Yeah, he also buys those like direct from the factory too. Gets those big giant boxes of them that come in. And it's like every one that comes out for the whole year or
series for
something
the
like
year.
that. Yeah,
He's obsessed with them.
you could say that.
I think at last count he had over 60,000 Hot Wheels because he put. He's like Marianne, gotta buy one to sell, one to show, one to keep, or something like that.
Oh, Inspire John. If we do the rates from Chicago, that's going to be about 7,000. Or wait, how did they do it in Ghostbusters? It was
3,000 for containment, 1,000 for the.
Oh, let's see here. What else? Inspire John thought that was pretty funny. Rachel Rawson is in her comfy bed. $7,000 US
Those are
or
Mexican. That's not pesos.
Dolores, senor. Lori says Canadian. Oh, goodness. No, it'd have to be American because Canadian would be less American for us if we did it the other way. So we're going straight up American dollars.
No, we wouldn't charge for that.
Oh.
Anybody to tell you that would
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, it's just, it was kind of amusing to do the Ghostbusters kind of. Was it this and then they went to 4 or did they go to 5 or I can't remember.
I don't know.
But I just remember them putting like the like fingers up by their face.
Oh, jeez. Not to worry. I'm pretty sure he's still disappointed.
I think that
What is
he
that?
would
Sounds
be
like a
very
speedboat.
happy to know where you are now. Just saying. I don't know.
Sound like a jet ski or a speedboat or something.
I remember walking down underneath the L last.
Go ahead. I'll be here.
Rachel, you're so funny.
The bullet. I think we're kind of high up for that.
Well, it could be from one of these other buildings though, but it didn't sound like it. Sorry. Jelly duck.
Duck. How you doing?
I see a jelly duck too. Are you starting the second edition of the Girls Ghostbusters? Is that what you're doing, Rachel? Just have to call Kay and Laura.
Only thing we need is a proton pack. Here, let's get going. I think that last time I said that sparked off some sort of debate between us and Inspired John.
I think so. Yeah. And I had to pull out my book that shows the diagrams.
We had the plans for the proton pack. Yeah, I think that
Thanks,
conversation
Lori.
sparked off some sort of Ghostbusters discussion.
Inspired John says we should do a Ghostbusters parody. Jelly Duck, are we still in Chicago? Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. We're heading home tomorrow.
Yes.
Been here since
Wednesday night.
well, flew in Wednesday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a long day. Wednesdays, the travel day of this conference is a long day.
It's
We
always
get
a long
up
day
at
for us. But it was way shorter than last year.
5:30 a.m. Get the car packed, drive to work all day, drive up to the airport. Although it was a little bit better because we had a later flight.
Mhm.
Normally a flight's earlier, so we have to be like Speed Racer on the turnpike up to the park and fly, park the car, take the shuttle over, go through, get molested through security,
And I always do.
run to the gate, hop on the plane.
There's always something on me that lights up their little things. I was surprised my hair barrette didn't do it this time.
Yeah.
It was my bra.
Yeah. Proton pack. Get the book. Book's at home, but we have the book.
Inspire John is headed out to dinner, and he loved the Pringles. Yeah, actually, in one of the sessions I was in today, they were talking about using Pringles cans, and I think it's a great idea. I might actually try to use that.
Not
thing,
that can.
but not that
We'll get
can.
some at home. Be a lot
Yeah,
cheaper.
not that can. But using them to make pretend ice cores.
Pretend what?
Ice cores, like ice core drilling.
Oh. Okay.
And then to do the analysis of the ice core. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea.
All right, John. See you later. John's heading out for dinner.
Vince, hello. Nice to see you. Jelly Duck says that Pringles are delicious. Yeah, the girl who was doing the presentation today, she doesn't like them, and so she's like, so I had to feed them to all my kids because, yeah.
Well, get that
I'm
can.
Like, what?
I don't think Jelly Duck was here. Get that can, and Jelly Duck, guess how much this can of Pringles are here at the hotel?
Do you remember the price, dear?
No. There we go. That little can of Pringles in the mini bar here at the hotel. Take a guess. $3D Medics at $2.50. The Zombivide said $3. Which, hello to Zombivide, by the way. What was it?
$8.
$8. $8.
Yeah.
For probably 6 Pringles.
Yeah. No, actually, it is. 37 grams worth. Usually they say how many chips.
You open that can and count them Pringles, and we're gonna have words.
I'm not gonna open a can of Pringles. I just wanted to see if it said like how many chips was in a. The serving size is the whole can.
Yeah, just put it back.
Okay.
Yeah, so needless to say, we haven't touched a thing in the mini bar at all.
Gosh, no.
No.
Just enough to pick it up and show you people. You fine folks.
Yeah. 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 If I sold my car, we could probably hit the mini bar. But...
Yeah. They weren't here for the price of the water bottles either.
Yeah. Okay. So a bottle of water, regular bottle of water,
Price?
down at the conference.
Price?
Little bottle.
Thoughts?
Yeah. So this is a regular 16.9 ounce bottle of water. At the conference was $8, but you could get a beer for $6.
Yes.
So needless to say, we found a Target.
Yes, we did. $3D Medic Vid says 25-cent ice cubes.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy the price of foods.
Jelly Duck, I know you're from over in Kuwait, but we just thought it was amusing and thought you might even be able to pick out a price that was not quite as expensive. Yeah. Said we could have
got a case of water and sat down in the lobby.
Yeah.
Chris Moen's
paid for the
here.
trip.
How you doing?
Nice to see you, Chris. I saw Chris last weekend. What did Zombivide say?
Get a whole bunch of. Well, here's what we did. Get that big jug there. We went to a Target. We actually got one of these things and been refilling the bottles.
Yeah.
So actually, that's almost empty.
It is
but we're
almost
leaving
empty,
tomorrow.
but we're leaving tomorrow, so
Yeah.
we'll be all right. Yeah, get a bunch of ice and let it melt. Absolutely.
Joanne Reagan.
Joanne, hello.
Hello. So you guys just saw that we were live, or did you just finally get the notification? Lori said she got the notification, but
Rachel says it is bedtime.
all right.
That's right.
Thanks
She's in
for
that nice
coming
cozy bed.
coming and hanging out.
Yeah.
Joanne just got the notification.
Wow, and we're just getting ready to leave.
Well, you have a good night, Rachel.
Yes,
thanks for coming and hanging out.
So yeah, we've been kind of going around. Joanne had messaged me, you know, how's Chicago, and I gave her some of the prices and stuff, and she was like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah, so quite interesting. Yeah, Joanne says she's gonna watch the playback. Yeah, it's dark out now. All the little lights are lit up outside.
I don't know. You want to try to show them out the window?
I could try.
You guys want to see out the window? See where we're at?
I'm sure they would love that. I've been watching some haunted hotel stuff, says Joanne. Let's see what we can do. Oh, let me go over here. I'm gonna come right here. Hi, guys. Go. Here's outside. Our water. There's some of those tall skyrockets. Oh, you can see yourselves. Look at that. Should probably have flipped it, but I don't know how to do that because I'm so not good at this. The view just cost you $8. Thanks a lot. Oh dear. Oh, there's the train. Can you see the train? Or not train? It's not a train. What is that? That's the busing. Where's the train? I don't see it. Okay, never mind. I lied. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But anyways, so that's where we are. All the pretty buildings across the ways. I'll give this back to Sean. Oh, Greyhound bus, maybe. I don't know. I thought it was one of the city ones. But it could be Greyhound. You never know.
All right, Lori, you have a great evening. Thanks for
Alright.
stopping by.
Yeah, it's supper time. We should probably think about what we're going to do for dinner too.
I already found the place.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm thinking Italian for dinner. We should probably get off of here and get that ordered since it'll probably take 2 hours to get it. But which, by the way, Uber Eats. We were talking about that in some chat room or something like. Shouldn't use it, but we use it anyways.
Well, we did a thing on this show where we said that,
where they,
you know, delivery people eat your fries and
eat
stuff,
your food
you know.
and stuff. That's all right. If they're that hungry, go ahead.
Yeah. All of my drivers seemed like they didn't go through my food. They were like very, you know, honest looking people, you know, Berto and Aaron and
Who are some of the names?
Norberto, Raul, Aaron. Met a few people this week.
Quite a few. Because we're not paying $60 for a piece for a meal here. That's just insane.
Yeah, and like they have downstairs, they have the restaurant, and they also have the
this hotel or this
a bar.
This hotel is kind of like a movie theater. You know, you go to a movie theater, and you got to pay like $12 for a candy bar. You know what I mean? It's like the room wasn't that expensive compared to most that we've been to, but you got a rate because of the conference.
Right.
However, the food to survive is like that's where they get you. They get you with the food.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Normally you like have like little shampoos and stuff from place. I've been using their shampoo, their soap, all their other stuff. I didn't even take mine out of the bag.
I took mine out of the bag.
I'm using theirs. That little bar's about gone.
You know, something else that's interesting. Usually in hotels, the cleaning staff is there in the mornings, you know, and they're like, oh, knocking on your door at like 8 in the morning. Are you up? Are you ready to leave yet? Here, I came back from my conference and the maids were in the hallway, like with their carts, and they were just like cleaning rooms now. And that was at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, definitely strange.
Yeah.
Well, when you come here, Joanne, don't stay at the Sheraton Grand. Trust me. There's a lot of other hotels.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's
I
not
go-
here,
I go to the Congress Plaza.
yeah, that place was.
It's closer to things.
Yeah,
it's
in
haunted.
You walked right down to the pharmacy there to get water and stuff. You walked to it.
Yeah, and I walked down to the Buckingham Fountain. And...
Yeah. All right,
All right.
Doug.
Have a great day yourself, and I guess we're gonna be headed out as well.
Yes, I think we are. We want to
Thank you.
thank
for
everybody
stopping
for
by.
coming and checking in on us here in Chicago. Next week we're either going to be at home or Gettysburg. Don't know.
Don't
We'll
know
see how
which
the
one.
weather plays out. Be nice to be in Gettysburg.
We'll see.
See how the weather goes.
3D Medic says they usually stay in hotels within 30 minutes, so
Of
it's
the big
cheaper.
city.
Yeah,
Yeah, we kind of do that when we go to DC.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
we
take the
Yeah, but when I come
Met
to,
and
but
yeah.
when I come to my conference, I want to stay in the hotel
Yeah,
that the
she's
conference
gotta
is
be down
in
to
because
conference real
I've got
early in the
in
morning.
and outs, and it's nice to be able to come up to the room and bring books and things back that you get from the conference instead of carrying it around all day. It's
Yeah.
So I like it better that way.
It's a
but-
conference trip, so.
Yeah.
If it was a travel trip, yeah, be different and take the Met in or whatever.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Well, hey, make sure you check out the videos that we have about the Moundsville prison. 1, 2, and 3 are already out there. 4, 5, and 6 is coming out next week. So if you haven't saw 1, 2, 3 yet, you might want to go watch them so you don't get behind.
Okay.
Well, thank you for coming, checking in on us, and we're gonna wrap it up.
All right.
You got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Until next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting.